What's going on, guys? Alex7 here. Welcome back to another test drive of the Solar video. Now, yesterday I discussed with you guys the June letter, and today, as I said yesterday, I'm going to talk to you guys about year 2 a little bit, how we kind of came up with year 2 and what we're going to be aiming to do for year 2, as well as looking at some more news that we just posted on the Twitter to give you guys some further insight into the casino. So without further ado, let's go ahead over to Twitter first and discuss what we just posted with some new screenshots of TDUSC's casino. So we'll pull over here really quick and well, a new purchase, but yeah, let's take a look. So here we are on Twitter. As you guys can see, a new tweet on the test drive account. Let's take a look at what we have to say here. So at launch, the Macau Lights, which as you can see is a slot machine here. I'll probably move myself out the way somehow, but there we go. The Macau Light slot machine can offer the AMG GT Black Series as its primary jackpot, or 77,777 casino chips at the secondary jackpot. So as you can see here, no way you get confused now, but the jackpot is that, as I just said. The chance spin is basically getting the casino car. Now you can win this casino car multiple times. It's not just limited. I think there's a limit of 5 times, and then after that you just start winning like money, the equivalent of the SVJ, I think, or something like that. But yeah, I think how it works is just by limit. So if you start selling them, which, speaking of, you're gonna be like, yo Alex, bro, I won 5 of them, what the hell am I going to do with 5 AMG GT Black Series? Well, good news, as we mentioned in a previous letter before, car selling is going to come in TDUSC, and we do mention it in the dev diary with a little bit of how it's going to work. We don't have a release date for it, but again, the dev diary will explain all about that, and just as we did in a previous letter. Moving on, and by the way, the other screenshot here, as you can see, so try and win this car. It's this exclusive car, the Macau Light slot machine. You can see we have a picture of the car parts store in the casino, and again, the casino looks so much better than the whole like futuristic, hologram thing. I like this immersive, more realistic vibe that we're going for, and I told you guys are gonna see the same thing in houses when we discuss that in the dev diary too. But of course, moving on, it says the mid-season Golden Dragon slot machine. So second name of the slot machine coming mid-season. It's called Golden Dragon. It can offer a jackpot of up to 1 million casino chips. And although not at launch, when you convert your chips back to solar coins in the following update, that's 2 million in earnings. So similar, as I told you guys before, the High Life versus the casino car version. Again, it sucks that we're not going to have all of this at launch, but nonetheless, we're going to bring it to you in the mid-season update. As for the conversion on solar coins, guys, I think I should have some good news for you very soon. But that being said, hopefully, again, we are going to aim for season 4 patch 1, and I think that might actually end up happening for the ability to cash back your casino chips in TDUSC. So that's pretty cool. Those are 2 screenshots we have here. I'll probably link it down below. I wish I had the 4K screenshots, but if you go to the Discord, you can actually get the 4K screenshots on full screen, which I highly recommend you just do that anyways. But yeah, so that's the tweets. Let's head back to test drive of the Solar Crown and talk a little bit more. Okay, so here we are back into TDUSC. Now, one thing that I saw you guys mention a lot as well was, is this all we're going to the casino? Of course, we're missing some stuff. You have roulette as something that, I know you guys love to play. There's blackjack, sick bow. There's so many other casino game modes you can add to TDUSC, of course. But the question is, why are we not adding more? Now, the thing is, and when I was discussing the year 2 roadmap with KT, when we were deciding on what we could possibly do, questions like this did come up. And the thing is, and how I see it, cross-region is a big factor in this. And I say that because, well, on top of one thing, the casino is going to be blocked in a few countries. And again, that whole list I'll be able to share with you guys later on. I just want to, rather than giving you guys a tentative list that could change, I'd rather give you guys a confirmed final list closer to launch. So we will be sharing that in the upcoming days. But cross-region is a big thing that this game needs to have, and that's because, well, unfortunately, cross-region is not coming in season 4. We do discuss cross-region in the dev diary, and I'm really excited. I'm the one that actually mentions the cross-region in the dev diary. I talk about it to you guys, but it's a very big topic in TDUSC, and it kind of hinders the gameplay experience a bit. And I say that because when you go to play with your friends in matchmaking, or the casino, for example, it means it's based on your region. And people who are in Australia, for example, bro, for them to play poker might not be the best experience, because you got to find someone to play poker with. And that won't be the most exciting thing. Of course, they have slot machines, but that being said, I think before we even think about adding more game modes to the casino, we really have to look into adding cross-region to the game. And my voice kind of cracked there, but adding cross-region to the game just so that when we do bring more games like, you know, blackjack, or because I think multiple I know you can play blackjack by yourself solo, but I think there's also one where it's like a team, not a team per se, but it's where it's multiple people play it, and I think that's a really cool game mode if you do ever bring blackjack. But you got roulette that you can play with people, so much more casino games that are like player to player based would be really cool to add, but we need cross region for that. And with that being said, we don't actually have any future game modes on our year 2 roadmap, but that doesn't mean we'll never look at it again, because again, the casino is technically part of the TDU DNA, and it's something players want to see us expand on, no doubt. So again, this isn't us, that's a no entry sign. So this isn't us saying, bro, we're going to drop the casino and done and dusted out of this world. we're gonna get rid of it. But bro, at some point, we could definitely look into player requests and adding more to the casino. Now for year 2, it's a bit interesting. Of course, there's so many things you could do in a TDU game. You know, you have houses, you got more missions, you had things like the photo challenges, and a lot more. And that being said, I can't really drive without my handle controller, guys. Kind of missed that. That being said, I had to look into what is most important for TDUSC in year 2. And that's basically how we built the roadmap. Well, to start off with, real estate. At some point, we have to add real estate. That is a big thing that is missing, and we really should have had it in at launch. And as you can see, it clearly shows we should have had it on launch. Nonetheless, we learned from our mistakes, and now we're going to bring guys houses in year 2. And we have to step up from what they were in TDU2 as well. So it's not just bringing houses, but it's expanding on what houses were in TDU as in general. And we will explain that in the dev diary for you guys as well. Moving forward though, we need to fix matchmaking, because at the end of the day, we can't just keep ignoring that. We could go a whole year 2 and not improve it, but guys, what is the point of rank to be able to play with just your friends, for example? I mean, that's cool and all, but what about people who don't have friends? Bro, you have to find a way for them to be able to play multiplayer races, and that's a big issue, especially for ranked. Now, that being said, ranked and improvements on the matchmaking system in TDUSC is something we have to add to the roadmap. And we didn't just think of, oh, you know, let's just do a menu-based pop-up that you can queue. We have to go bigger than that. So we have to make it immersive and something that's aligned with the TDU DNA. That being said, that's on the roadmap for year 2. And again, all the things I'm mentioning in this video are not new pieces of information. You guys would have known this from the previous letters that I wrote over the past June and May letters as well. Another thing I really want to remind you guys as well before the dev diary even starts, despite the dev diary being pretty long, we still aren't able to mention everything that we've been working on. I mean, even when I was at KT Paris Studio, I think it was like 2 weeks ago now, I was walking around the studio and I saw a level designer working on something, and I was like, damn, I didn't know you guys were working on this improvement. And by the way, I might as well also tell you guys now, Ebiza is not a massive importance to expand at this current moment. I say that's because before we even talk about expanding Ebiza, we need to look at improving the content in TDUSC so that when we do expand Ebiza, we can load it with a lot of content. We can load it with more houses, we can load it with more missions, we can load it with races that actually have matchmaking working. So that being said, as much as I would love to see us expand Ebiza, unfortunately it's not on our current outlook, but I'm pretty sure maybe at some point we can look into something like that, especially as the fans have been requesting it quite often on our Discord and social media. But again, it doesn't have a priority yet. Now, back on the topic of seeing what else we're working on, there's a lot of things that you guys are going to see even in the dev diary that happened in season 5, 6, 7, 8 that we don't announce, but that's the point of the Solo Club letters. As we get closer to each season, I'll note and tell you guys more features that we're working on, more features that you're going to see in the season once we get closer to each seasonal dates, which I'm really excited, especially for season 5 and 6, and again all the seasons. Oh my god, I just witnessed a crash. But I'm really excited to show you guys what else we're working on beyond what we mentioned to you. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But another thing we need to discuss, which I kind of just brought up quite earlier about the reason to before we talk about expanding Ebiza, is we need to bring more content. And oh, the light was green, my bad. And that's missions, because right now we only have one mission type in TDUSC, and it's definitely something we need to do. So let's talk about that. A big thing in TDUSC, they came in season 3 to start, and it was a very warm welcome because it's TDU. I gotta do a quick little turn around. There we go. Floor. But yeah, it's a big welcome change in TDUSC because it's the first time we didn't have to race to progress and earn money. And that is fun, man. That is test drive. You know, you don't have to hop in a race every time and earn money. You know, you had someone to chill and relax at your house. You had the ability to go and do missions. You had the ability to go to the CRC and have fun there. You had the ability to take pictures and earn money. There's so many avenues. Even the police, can I, the real squeeze through? Even the police game mode in TDU2, you had the ability to earn money. And that's not me saying police is something that we have on the year 2 roadmap, because unfortunately, that's something that we still have to do with in terms of licensing and how we can attack it. But I know you guys want something like that, and maybe we can revisit it at a later time. But yes, police is not on the roadmap for year 2. I apologize in advance, guys. But still, I think the roadmap for year 2 is pretty damn stacked. Now, back on topic, missions is another thing we need to add. We need more avenues to earn money in TDUSC because it's just convoy missions. Now, you can expect to see more missions in TDUSC as well. We did mention this again in a previous letter, but we need more avenues. And coming in season 5, as I mentioned, I believe in the last letter, even on Discord, you guys will see obviously the KT engine upgrade and a mission. This mission, and as I would like to say, is the start of us really giving guys not just missions that are way more in depth, but I think it's a lot more polished. And I'm really excited to show you guys gameplay of the season 5 mission in the upcoming dev diary. And yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool. But moving forward, we have another thing that I mentioned. I said I want to involve you guys more in the what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, hold on, the music. What's that? I don't even mind Shazamming this right now. So we can turn that off now. I got my Shazam down. Anyways, so I said I want to involve you guys more in the community, the community, more in the development of Test Drive and the Solar Crown, and that is going to happen in season 6. Now, what I mean is that in season 6, you're not going to be able to do it right then and there, but in the dev diary, we're going to announce to you guys how it's going to work. Involving you guys, I think, is a good thing, man, and it shows us moving forward that we do care about what you guys say. And it really sucks again, bro. I can't keep saying this, not as in like I don't feel bad, but in terms of like it stresses me the fact that unfortunately the casino at launch isn't going to have all the features you guys want. But rest assured, I think moving forward, that should be the last disappointment you guys see in TDUSC. And we're gonna have a lot more of, you know, polish and depth in the features we add. Because not just houses, not just the whole fixing ranks and regular races in terms of matchmaking, the next missions you see, the KT engine upgrade, I think it's going to be a really exciting time ahead, and the dev diary will show that to you guys. It's, again, it's really a passion project, and I'm not giving up, man. Despite a lot of what people say, we're not going to end it. We're going to continue this on, and it's going to be a really exciting thing. And again, how we structured it is that we need to deal with the primary features of the TDDNA first, then I think it's possible to move on to the secondary. That is basically how we have to look at the year 2 roadmap, you know. As much as I'd say the year 1 roadmap was pretty good, in some terms of context, I'd like to say year 2 is a lot better. It's a lot more of what the community wants to see. It has a lot more polish on all the features we're adding, and that is the way forward to improve TDUSC over the next year. And that's why I joined, guys. I joined because I'm here to see TDU shine again. You know, it's a childhood game, you know. It would kill me if I see us kill a game like this. We need to bring back the glory days of TDU. And I think, honestly, we're going to be on the right track. And that dev diary coming in the mid-July, before the launch of year 2, sorry, not year 2, before the launch of season 4, I think it's going to show you guys that that's exactly what we're going to be doing. And as I said earlier, I'm really excited. Once we get these primary TDU DNA features down and improvements down, we can work on the secondary, and that is where TDU really takes a step above. It just sucks that we have to do the primary first per se, and where are we gonna park? I think we're just gonna park somewhere up ahead. But I'm really curious to see what you guys think of the upcoming news regarding the game. And by the way, I did tell you guys that I might be able to take a look at posting weekly information all the way up until the launch of the Dev Diary, and I can confirm that is what I'm going to do. So this Friday, you guys are gonna get a new letter per se regarding some more information of TDUSC, and it's going to be some exciting times every week leading up to the Dev Diary. Let me know your thoughts on this video in the comment section below, guys. You already know what it is. I'm Alex7, and I'll see you guys in the video. I'm out, guys. Peace.